Everyone, I want to thank you all for joining me here at Lone Wolf Mountain. Today I'm doing a waterproof test of the Underwood Aggregator Tent. Underwood Aggregator, that is the weirdest name of a tent. A viewer sent me this tent, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, and I know the community does as well. This is a waterproof test of this tent. We're going to find out whether or not it can handle some rain. As you all can hear, it's storming rather nicely. The forecast is looking good for rain, so we'll see what happens. With the Underwood Aggregator, if you haven't watched my preview of this tent, I think you should. This is not a shelter that I would recommend for most people, even if it is waterproof. The design of this is really funky. It's really small. It's a single wall tent. So condensation and airflow inside of it, well, first off, condensation is going to be bad. Airflow is going to be very limited. In the end, this is not that great of a tent. So more than anything, this episode's all about information. Plus, I have a curiosity and I need to know whether or not this tent is waterproof. What are your thoughts? Comment down below and share. Do you all think this is going to be a waterproof tent? Go ahead, grab yourself some coffee. Let's find out whether or not this tent is going to leak. Let it rain, let it rain. By the way, my watch says it's going to rain in about 10 minutes. The storm is here. The storm that we've been listening to has finally arrived. Oh boy. It's getting windy, rain's beginning to fall. Now it's time to test out this tent. With this side of the tent, there's a vent down at the bottom. It will be interesting to see whether or not this leaked, or if there was substantial splashback. Because of the odd cut of this tent, you can see how water gathers. Basically, there's a perimeter here, a moat, and it's full of water. With the Underwood Aggregator Tent, this has gone through numerous hours of rain so far. A very good test for this tent. We should have some good information here in a minute. I'm going to wait for the rain to slack off and then we'll check on it. The rain has slacked off enough for us to take a look at the tent. Let's see whether or not it leaked. Taking a look at the inside here, I do not see any sort of leaking with the exception of the footbox. As you all can see, there is a pool of water down here and all of that is splashback. It came through this vent and into the tent. That is fairly substantial, in fact. Water ran off that vent, hit the ground, splashed into the tent, and unfortunately there's no real good way of closing this vent. You can pull it down, but you can't completely close it. So in heavy rain events, the inside's going to get wet no matter what. As I mentioned before, even if this tent was waterproof, I would not recommend this. Watch my preview, you will see why. The most important points are as follows. The tent features a terrible design. It's really strange. It doesn't set up correctly. The materials stretch like mad. Ventilation is terrible inside of this. In a rain event, you have to close the bottom vent as much as possible, but no matter what, water can ingress to the inside of the tent. The door here is very small, and the opening to the inside of the tent is rather strange. It goes from the top, goes all the way down, and then back to here. It's not easy to unzip this, so if you have any sort of mobility issues, back issues, you're not going to like this. You may not know this, folks, but when I was in high school, I broke my back in a car accident, broke it in 2 places. So I can tell you that I personally do not like trying to unzip this tent. It hurts my back. Ultimately though, folks, this tent has leaked. It is not waterproof. I do not recommend this tent. Don't waste your money on it. Underwood Aggregator. Those are 2 words that really don't go together. You have to think about it, or at least I do. Now it's your turn to sound off in the comment section. Did you all think the tent was going to leak? Are you surprised by this? Before you go, everyone, hit the thumbs up because it does help the channel. You can support The Outdoor Gear Review, Patreon, YouTube, join the Wolf Pack. The channel is agenda free. I'm here to share information. That's it. I don't care if you buy this. I don't care if you don't buy it. I'm here to put out information, share my thoughts, my perspective, and that's that. Take care, folks. Be well. Strength and honor.